What if I told you that a story of brokenness, blood, and brutal darkness could also shine with a burning glimmer of hope? That in the midst of violence and agony, a tale of redemption could rise like a phoenix from the ashes? That's what The Man from Nowhere does to you. It grabs your soul, pulls you into the abyss, and then, just when you think there's no way out, it shows you the light. The Man from Nowhere, directed by Lee Jong-beom, isn't your average action thriller. This isn't just about stylish gunfights or heart-stopping combat, although it has plenty of that, delivered with jaw-dropping precision and raw intensity. It's about a man, Cha Tae-sik, played by the mesmerizing Won Bin, who has lost everything. A man with a tragic past and an aching void where his heart once was. He's hiding, a ghost among the living, running a pawn shop, barely existing. The world around him is bleak and cold, a mirror to his shattered soul. But then there's hope. And hope has a name. Somi, young, innocent, and desperately in need of a friend. Somi is the only person who dares to breach the walls around Tae-sik's heart. In a neighborhood drenched in crime, she's a ray of light, a touch of innocence that refuses to fade despite the grim reality around her. This unlikely friendship, this unexpected bond, is the heartbeat of the movie. It's what sets everything into motion. It's what makes The Man from Nowhere not just a great movie, but a masterpiece of emotion and tension. This movie doesn't sugarcoat the darkness. No, it dives into it headfirst. It takes us into the heart of the underworld, dirty, brutal, and unforgiving. It's a world of drugs, organ trafficking, and human misery, where innocence is a commodity to be bought and sold. The gritty realism is relentless. It doesn't flinch. It doesn't turn away. It makes you face the harsh reality head-on, and it makes you care so deeply that your heart races and your palms sweat. Because Somi is kidnapped, taken by monsters who see her as nothing more than a bargaining chip. And Tae-sik? He is forced out of the shadows, forced to confront the world he's been hiding from, forced to become the very monster he swore he'd never be again. Let's talk about the action. It's gritty, it's raw, and it's utterly relentless. There's no Hollywood polish here, no over-the-top choreography or flashy effects. It's all muscle and bone, blood and sweat. Every fight feels real, every hit lands hard. Tae-sik doesn't just fight to win, he fights to survive, to save. And the camera doesn't shy away. It follows every punch, every kick, every knife slash with an unflinching gaze. The iconic knife fight, the brutal hallway confrontation. These scenes aren't just action set pieces, they're war cries. They're expressions of Tae-sik's rage, his pain, his determination. And yet, even in the carnage, there's beauty. The choreography is a dance of death, but it's a dance with purpose. Every movement is a step closer to redemption. Every move he makes screams of his desperation, his raw need to save Somi, to find her, to redeem himself in the eyes of a world that has already damned him. It's art, painted in shades of grey and crimson. The villains are the kind that make your blood boil. They're not cartoonish or exaggerated. They're painfully real, almost too real. They're the kind of monsters you could see in your own neighborhood, hiding in plain sight. They're cruel, calculating, and utterly devoid of empathy. They are the living embodiments of the world Tae-sik has tried to escape. A world that chews up innocence and spits it out. And as Tae-sik hunts them down, one by one, you feel the weight of every encounter, every confrontation. The stakes aren't just life and death, they're about soul and salvation. Yes, it's dark, yes, it's violent. But The Man from Nowhere is also a story about the light that shines in the deepest darkness. It's about a man who finds a reason to live again, even if that reason is as fragile as a child's smile. The bond between Tae-sik and Somi is the heart of the movie, and it's this bond that keeps the audience on the edge of their seats. You'll find yourself rooting for them, even when everything seems lost, even when the odds are impossible. Because isn't that what we all want? A chance at redemption, a spark of hope when all seems lost, a redemption arc like no other. When Tae-sik finally finds what he's been searching for, when he reaches the end of his bloody path, it's not a victory, it's a reckoning. It's the culmination of every step he's taken, every choice he's made. It's not about glory or triumph, it's about redemption. There's a moment when the violence stops, when the storm fades, and what's left is raw, unfiltered emotion. It's in that silence that the true power of the man from nowhere hits you. Because it's not about the action, it's not about revenge, it's about a man finding his soul again, piece by broken piece. Lee Jong-beom's direction is masterful. The camera work, the pacing, the gritty aesthetic, it all comes together to create a visual experience that's both brutal and beautiful. The lighting is cold, harsh, a reflection of the bleakness that defines Tae-sik's world, but there are moments, brief flashes, where warmth breaks through. A flicker of humanity, a glimpse of the man he used to be. It's in these moments that the film truly shines, balancing darkness with a touch of light. The Man from Nowhere is not just a movie, it's an experience. It's a roller coaster of emotions, a brutal dive into the depths of despair, and a thrilling ascent into the light of hope. It's a film that challenges you, grips you, and doesn't let go. It's about sacrifice, redemption, and the raw power of human connection. If you haven't seen it, you're missing out on one of the greatest action dramas ever crafted. And if you have, then you already know. The Man from Nowhere is unforgettable.